Hi, Joanne. Okay, let me just... Hi, Mildred. Okay, we're just gonna wait a minute. Just a minute. How is everybody? Hi, Nelson. Oh, you guys are the best. I hope all of you are well. I'm gonna talk today about how I'm feeling and a few other things. I took some notes because, I don't have anything programmed. And then today was my only day off of work, so I had to do chores and everything else. So I've been running around. Okay. All right. So today is day 6. And, what is happening? Oh, I don't know what just happened. Give me a second because I just lost everything from Facebook. It's asking me the rate of quality. I'm gonna put nothing. It sucks. It keeps kicking me out. Okay. Sorry. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm going back on again. Oof. Why? It's not letting me. 1 second. So sorry. As hard as I try to be prepared to go live, always something happens. And I think I'm live now on Facebook. Facebook is no bueno. Okay, so I should be going back on Facebook now. Okay, those are the little things that happen in life to see is like, it's a setup, to see how you can handle these things. But anyway, here I am. Day 6. I'm going to tell you how I feel today. Today I felt very motivated, very excited, and then all of a sudden I felt in a rut. I really felt like, I don't know, I guess it happens to everyone, and as you feel discouraged, right, which is only natural. So I just felt like, I want to weigh myself. I don't want to weigh myself because I know that the scale is like a horrible monster. Yeah, it's the worst. It's like that the second you step on it, it's going to tell you something you don't want to hear. So I stepped on the scale and I was very surprised. I lost 4 pounds, which is water weight. So, it's not like I lost like real actual weight, which is okay, but I was discouraged because it feels like an eternity, these 6 days that I've been so strict. I haven't had cheese, I haven't had dairy, I've been doing intermittent fasting, and it's almost like you want to walk in front of the mirror and see you lost. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. So happy. You know why? Okay, so what I'm trying to say is I wanted to see like a very thin me, like, that's what we expect to see in our mind. So I don't have mirrors all over the house. So it's like I'm walking around, I feel good. And then I stand in front of the mirror and I'm like, oh, you're still there kind of thing, So it's kind of hard, for anyone. It's hard for me. I want you to understand that I can 100% relate to you. I know how hard it is. I know the thoughts that are going through your mind. I know that you feel like giving up and all of these things. And the reason why I know is because I go through those same exact emotions. And hi, Julio. Thank you for coming into my house. So yeah, so I feel those same emotions. It's like it's like a train wreck. But then I started thinking, I was like, it's only been 6 days. What we all have to understand is whatever it is that we are doing. Sorry, here I go into my motivational self just because that's who I am. Whatever it is we want to do, whether it's succeed in a career, succeed in a sport, in fitness, in anything at all, even weight loss and healing the body, whatever it is you want to do, if you start saying, oh, I'll only do it for a week, I'll do it for 21 days, because that's how many days I'm planning to do it. That's what I say. I'm definitely going to go longer than this. But 21 days reset. But imagine if you do whatever it is that you want to accomplish in life, and you say, I'm going to do this every day religiously for 100 days, right? Can you imagine what the feeling is going to be like on that 100th day? Because even if you didn't get very, very far, you got far, Like we expect things to happen overnight, and that's not how it works. I didn't get here overnight. I was heavier. I remember when I was heavier. I didn't get there overnight. I did it to myself. I can't blame anyone. It was the choices I made, the emotions that I allowed to take over, and I was just out of control, and that's what happened to me. So then the same thing happened now. I had lost a massive amount of weight when I first did keto and intermittent fasting. I was also younger. Now I'm a little bit older, but I had lost a huge amount of weight. And hi, Claire. So then with the pandemic hitting, I'm home. I'm just trying to have, my keto meals and whatever. But I'm seeing all these, because now I'm in front of the computer and the phone all the time. So on Instagram, I see all these desserts and all these things. And it's like, like I'm craving because I'm emotional and I'm human and whatever. I want to feed my emotions. So of course we all go to sugars. We all go to carbs. But I stood pretty good. I kept doing keto desserts, keto meals and stuff like that. But like I believe I mentioned this before, and it's okay. I don't feel bad mentioning things because that's how I learn. I learn by repeating things over and over and over. Oh, Julio said he went from 269 to 197. Thank you. That motivates me, inspires me, and it makes me very emotional. Thank you, Julio. I'm always here for you. You can just dial my number and I'm here, okay? Thank you. That means a lot because my purpose in life is to inspire others. So it really, really does. I have chills. You're making me emotional. Anyway, so I even forgot what I was talking about. So the pandemic. So the pandemic hit, and I started just eating my keto meals, but I wasn't paying attention to my carb intake. So if, like I mentioned before, if a meal or a keto dessert has 4 grams of carbs and you have 10 pieces of that dessert, then you have just consumed 40 grams of carbs. And that's what we need to pay attention. But along that line, today, this is my goal to explain to you. I don't want you to feel a prisoner to a weight program, diet, intermittent fasting. That is not what the 21 days reset is about. The 21-day reset is for you to learn to think healthy. Okay, so that's why you have to learn to be your own inspiration, basically. So that's why I went through the example of being in front of the mirror and all of that stuff, okay? So what I want you to do is every time you're in front of a meal, Just pay attention to what you're eating. Look at the plate. Say, do I need this? No, I'll eliminate that. I'll eliminate that. I'll have this. Let me replace with the 2 things that I eliminated. Now let me replace it with something else. Ask for more vegetables if you're outside. Ask for more olive oil. Ask for avocado. Ask for berries, whatever. So you're eliminating the carbs that, or whatever it is that you know it's not pleasing to your body, and you're gonna put something else in its place. Okay, so I know I mentioned some apps, MyFitnessPal and Zero. MyFitnessPal, obviously, I use to calculate my macros, and then the Zero I used for intermittent fasting. I say use because I used it maybe for a few weeks and then I stopped, because that becomes a crutch and it also becomes a burden if you constantly have to be entering numbers and calculating what it is that you're going to be feeding on next. So I don't want you to be with that mindset. It becomes overwhelming and it will make you give up. The purpose of the 21-day reset is to learn to love yourself, is to learn to love food, to have a relationship with food, and not have fears at all of anything. And guess what? If you ate something that you shouldn't have eaten because of the way you're feeling, it's okay. Don't continue to sabotage your day, because that's what everyone does. I'm guilty of it as well. Oh, I already messed up for breakfast, so you know what, I'll just start tomorrow. No, you messed up for breakfast. It's okay. Don't even call it a mess up. Say you enjoyed what you ate. You do not regret it, because we're constantly living with regret and fear, regret and fear, regret and fear. Regret that we failed, and then regret that we didn't try. I rather regret that I failed than not trying. So keep going past the 21 days. Make it your lifestyle, and you will still be able to enjoy a regular meal out with your family. You know, like right now, I think all these diets and all these videos and all these products that are being sold everywhere you go, you see keto, keto, keto in the store. And these are just marketers trying to get money out of people, because the items were really not created in your best interest. Okay, so be very careful with that. Just think that you are in a healing process, mentally, physically, emotionally. This is the year that we need to reset. So 2020 was a disaster for all of us. You know, we all know someone that we loved. We all lost someone near to us. 2021, we need to make it a healing process, healing of everything. Our home, our relationships, our friends. We need to just heal. Okay, so that's some of the stuff that I want to talk to you about. Another thing was, okay, this is going to be a little bit hard to grasp. Today I was thinking about something. I was actually listening to one of the motivational speakers that I like to listen to a lot. And he mentioned something that has stayed in my mind. And I said, why does no one ever talk about this? And, you know, we're constantly losing family members, right? But we don't realize that we too have an expiration date, right? So to me, I started my health journey because of my fear that the doctor couldn't pinpoint what was wrong with me. And my fear was that my kids, I didn't want to leave my kids. So that's where my journey started. But why do we have to wait till illness hits us so that we can realize that we need to work harder for our health in order to be around for our children? And still today, everything I do it because I want to be around for my kids, you know? So I think we should kind of promote that to people. Don't be scared, because we're all going to expire someday. All of us, everyone. No one is going to escape that. So why not make the best out of our life? Living healthy and well, not being on medications, and being able to enjoy life and be physical and really, really embrace our surroundings and our family and nature and earth and everything. Like, why can't we just do that? Like, every day you say, you know what, I'm not going to be here for all eternity, so I'm taking this matter into my own hands, and I'm going to repair everything that surrounds me, everyone that surrounds me, and I'm just going to start, even like for you to, that everything that omits from you is positive, and that the people can feel your energy and feel your love and your encouragement. And don't be angry. Don't let people get you mad. It's just being here, present for yourself, for your health, for your family, for your friends. And you'd be surprised even for people that don't know you, because there is always someone watching. There is always someone watching what you're doing, whether they want you to fail or they want you to succeed. There are people watching. So you just take care of yourself and your surroundings. And, before you get out of bed, okay, I have little rituals that I do and habits. And I think I might have mentioned one of the apps that I use for habit too, because I have apps for everything. One of the rituals that I love that me and my husband do, thank you, Joanne, is that we never bring the phone to the bed, ever. Our bed is sacred. It's, even if we're not going to talk, is to sleep, but that's what it's for. The second you allow your telephones to come into your bed, then one of you will fall asleep, but the other one will be like hypnotized, scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. So one advice, your bed is sacred. Learn to make things in your home sacred. Lunch, food, everything like that, it's sacred. Separate it from social media. Social media has destroyed many things. I'm not going to say it's all bad, because look, here we are connecting, right? But we need to be aware of what we're allowing it to do in our lives. So we have to be in control. So we never have social TV. I don't even have a TV in my room. TV in my room, no social media, nothing that is electronic that will create a distraction in my bedroom. Nothing. You can take my advice if you like. You don't have to. I'm just telling you what I do. And it works for me. It works for me because it's my relationship, and I want to keep that healthy. Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is every morning before I wake up. Well, no, once I wake up, I just stay in bed, never grab my phone, never ask for my phone. And I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. I stay there and I just give thanks, and I ask to be used as a vessel to my Creator. I say, use me in anything and make me strong, for if any conflict comes to my way, I'm ready. And then I get up, and what I do, I put affirmations, I put motivational speaking, I put inspirational audio, because whatever you start in the morning, that is how your day is going to proceed. So if you start your mornings being ready, having a peaceful mind, and knowing that you mean no harm, that you want to give love, that you want to enjoy your job, whether you like it or not, you set up your atmosphere. You set it up. So if you go to your job and you're like, I hate this job, I'm miserable, guess what's going to happen? Your body is going to react to that. That's where inflammation, illness, everything comes in. You're miserable, you're irritated, you're annoyed with everyone that surrounds you. You bring that home, you bring that to your husband, you bring it to your kids. Everywhere you go to sleep bitter. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. So from the very, very first thing in the morning, whatever it is that you listen to, I don't know, Jay Shetty is amazing. He gives motivational speech. I listen to inspirational prayers and stuff in the morning. Whatever you do, it starts and it kind of goes throughout the day. And even if someone comes and tries to bash you or whatever, it's almost like it's created this invisible shield, and you can overcome anything you want, right? So just start your day like that, and just try it. And then tell me how it goes for you. I would love to know if you're trying anything that I'm giving you, any ideas. I would love the feedback. I love that I'm getting through messages, I'm getting questions, I'm getting pictures of things people are purchasing, and to me, and Julio telling me, that is what I ask God to do through me, because I don't want people to feel alone. I'm here for you if you need help. I'm here, okay? No one should feel alone, especially when it comes to health, okay? Let me see. Oh, someone asked me about my little affirmation books. And they asked me that how do I go about my little notebook? Because I did say that I use it in meditation, but what you need to do is when you write in your little book, read it. So try to scan through it. Like you'll memorize it because you're going over it, and every time you add something new, something will pop on. Like it's crazy. You'd be surprised at things you find in here. Like it might not be something for me. It might be something for someone else. It might be a prayer for someone else. Maybe someone told me, or a meditation, because maybe someone told me, oh, my father's ill, or, and those things go in my little book. And when I open it, when I'm meditating or in the morning, if I have the moment, I just scan through it, like really quick. Go through it, see what's there. And some of them, I hold them in my thought for a few minutes and, just hope everything is going good. And then I keep going. And that's what these things keep us connected. So that's the importance to me about my little notebook and my little journal, which I journaled in today. And, journaling is important because everything that is in your mind, if you're angry or upset, if you journal, you're releasing those words, even if it's on paper, because you're releasing those emotions. You're just letting go of everything and you're scribbling it. And if you want, you go back and you look at it. Hi, Monse girl. Thank you for joining us. So journaling, affirmation notebooks, prayer notebooks, meditation notebook, a notebook of hope, a notebook of faith. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe in is fine. We all have to believe in something, It's just being happy, showing love, kindness. What else I wanted to talk? Oh, being flexible. Somebody was asking me, they're a little bit worried about the intermittent fasting, that, do they have to stay strict on it, like the times, and I said, no, absolutely not. Maybe do the app for 1 or 2 days, just so you can see how it feels. But once you're eating healthier, you're going to see that you're not going to have that many cravings. So absolutely do not become a prisoner to any one template, okay? Because you're going to want this in the long run, okay? If you have a grandchild's birthday or anything like that, you want to be able to celebrate with them and not be like, oh, I can't eat now because, some people will use it against you. Some people will, like, I remember when I started keto, people were like, oh my God, you're going to have a heart attack, And I was like, it's fine, nobody really knows about it. Because when I started, nobody really knew what keto was. It was so great, because everything I found was clean eating. Now it's a little hard to find clean eating out there. But yeah, so do those things. Also, whenever you're hard on yourself and you fall back on your regimen, your brain creates habits. So if every time you fail okay, like let's say by 6, because this is where my cravings come in. My cravings come in usually, well, not now, not within these 6 days. That's it, that's gone. But before I started my reset, I would do fabulous in the morning, and then 6, 7 o'clock came, and Lord, let me tell you, I wanted to eat the fridge. Like, I didn't know what was happening, but I just would eat cheese and almonds and pecans and macadamia nuts and everything I can find. And yeah, it's great food, but I was eating a lot of it all together. I increased my salt intake, which salt is not bad, but I really increased it like by a lot. And I was having a lot of berries, more than I was alluded to have, you know, and a lot of whipping cream with berries, and that's what made me gain weight. So the thing is that I made it into a habit. Like the first few days, I was like, you know what, it's 6, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna work tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. And our brain starts creating these habits for us. So that's why now we have to reprogram those habits. So when your little monster shows up of whatever it is that you're craving or that you want to do, whether it's in eating, in fitness, in whatever, if it's something that's creating negative thoughts, if it's something that's making you say, I'm not going to work out anymore, or I'm just going to give up on this right now, and then the next day you're bashing yourself and being horrible, or like calling yourself names, your brain is accepting that, and it's going to create a habit that every day at the same time, you're going to get these cravings. So it's time to reboot. It's time to reset. You have a craving. I'm telling you, it works for me. I don't know has anyone tried the brushing of teeth, like I said? Because I've been brushing my teeth every time, like I'm done with food, and it works. The craving is gone. I brush my teeth, and I hold on a second, this is doing something weird. I don't know if I lost Instagram. Am I still on Instagram? It's telling me. Joanne, you want to be on my live? Can I add you? How do I do this? Is Joanne still on? I don't know if my phone is off or my Instagram is on. Hold on. Joanne, I don't know. Do you want to come live with me? Send me a message if you want to come live with me. Claire does it. So it is crazy, but I think it's the mint and the coldness of the water and everything. It kind of triggers your brain into, I don't know how, I'm sorry, 1 second, because what is this doing? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's the mintiness and then the cold water that is making you kind of, your brain shift into another place, that I no longer crave anything. And it works wonders for me. So I'm going to continue to do that. I'm not brushing like vigorously because I don't want to mess up my gums or my teeth. But yeah, I brush my teeth a lot. So have this eating plan as it's flexible. Does anyone have any questions for me? Let me just read a few things here. 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like everywhere, Claire put that a lot of recipes are just full of carbs and calories. Yeah, even our doctors, they don't advise us on nutrition, which would be great if they would advise us to try nutrition before giving us a medication. Unfortunately, medication wins, right? Calorie intake from Gabby. Calorie intake is essential, but when you're doing keto, don't follow your calories, because fat is 9 grams versus 4 grams of carbs. So for every gram, For every carb is 4 grams, and for every fat is 9. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, I'm sorry. So yeah, it's definitely fat is heavier on calories, but also eventually we're going to shift from using carbs to using calories, and you're going to see that is when the weight loss will begin. It won't do that until you hit ketosis. Okay, so you need to go into ketosis in order for your body to start burning fat for fuel. Right now, for all of us, it's burning carbs. So we wanted to stop using carbs so that then it'll start using fat and will burn off all that carbs through activity. Because we also need to work out. Whether you want to or not, it doesn't have to be a long workout. You could do 10, 15 minutes. You can do walking, climbing stairs, running, anything you want, you can do on keto. Yoga, just stay active. Anything that is making you need energy, that's what you want. Because you wanted to use up the carbs to then be like, okay, wait, there's no more carbs. What am I going to do? We're going to die. We're going to die. And what it's going to do is going to shift. It's going to be like, wait, look at all this fat. Let's use that. That is what the brain is going to say. I like to animate stuff. So that's what it is. That's what it does. It's basically like it's consuming all this carb, and all of a sudden you take it away. And your brain's job in everything is to keep you alive. So your brain is going to be like, holy crap, Jeannie's going to die. What are we going to do? It starts releasing ketones, and the ketones are going to eat up our fat like little Pac-Man, you know? And that's when you're going to literally start melting, because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're melting away. I know, because I know what the feeling is like. It's amazing. It feels great because you know that that is what is happening. Okay? So, yeah, definitely calories are good, but in the beginning, don't pay attention because you're going to go past your calories. I know everybody's like, oh, 1,400 calories to lose weight, but you're doing carbs and everything like that. For 1,400 calories, you really got to be working out really hard for it to burn through the carbs in order to reach to the fat. I've gone as far as 2,200 calories, and that's when I was losing the most weight. So be careful with that. Yeah, you can fast 14 hours. You can fast 20 hours, 22 hours. Any amount of fasting is fine. You know, when I say try not to have snacks, is the reason why is because if I have my breakfast or my lunch, whatever is the first meal that you're having, and then 5 hours pass before I have my dinner or my lunch, or once again, wherever you are at, the time between you are fasting, because you are allowing your body to use the fuel that you just gave it and send out the nutrients to where they have to go and vitamins where they have to go, and then discarding what is not needed. So even if it's between breakfast and lunch, you're allowing a fast. So even if it's a 4 or 5 hour fast, it's a 4 or 5 hour fast. That's why snacking is hard. I know a lot of people do the mistake that they say, oh, I'm in the 4 hour window, or I'm in the 8 hour window, and I need to get all my calories in within those windows. And you see them eating for the full 8 hours, full 4 hours. No, don't do that. You know, that it's not good. You're not giving your body the space for it to use what it needs to use. So if you're having lunch, don't snack, because you should have had your full, I don't know, whatever it was that you needed for your body to function, you should have had it in that meal, that breakfast, that lunch, that dinner. That's why you can't be, oh, I'll just have a boiled egg, or I'll just have this. That's not good, because then what's going to happen is your body's going to go through that. It's going to be depleted, and then you're going to have to add another snack and another snack. And by the time you look and you recount what you did, you're going to be like, wow, I ate like a whole box of cheese, or I ate a whole pack of salami, or whatever, you know. And that's not the goal. The goal is not to just be consuming, is to have a relationship with food. So make your breakfast important. Make your lunch important. Make your dinner important. Dinner should be the very last thing that you are consuming before starting what would be your fast. But remember, you can have teas and water, unsweetened teas, water. You can add a little lemon to your water, a little apple cider vinegar to your water, and then in the morning you can start off. Best thing to do in the morning, the very first thing in the morning, after you get up and you do your affirmations and whatever, to start your beautiful day, is have a cup of an 8-ounce glass of water by your bed, and you can put a lemon or anything you want, room temperature. When you wake up, you drink that, and that actually activates your organs to start functioning. So it's almost like it's waking up your intestines and your organs and your stomach and your brain. So you're refreshing it, you're washing it out. So do that. It's really, really important. It's these little things, it's like little habits that we need to start creating for ourselves, which are amazing. There's something else I wanted to talk about. Claire. Okay, Joanne is asking if I can talk about intermittent fasting, like my 22 hours. I guess today I did 22 hours fast. Don't set yourself up that far in unless you can do it. I'm not going to say I'm the only one that can do it, but I'm so used to doing fasting that for me, like today, I woke up, today was my day off, and I cleaned the house, and I was, I stopped and I did some reading, and, like I'm constantly trying to program my day, which also I have to add something that I didn't say earlier. I try to program my day, so I was aiming more for 20 hours because I'm doing 20-hour fast, 4-hour window. That works for me. Doesn't have to work for you. There's smaller fasts. There's the 6-hour window. There's the 8-hour window. There's 12-hour window. 12 is the most that window, the biggest window that you want to have. But I think that's better for someone that is really not trying to lose weight. If you're trying to deal with inflammation and underlying illnesses and weight loss, well, no, not weight loss, weight release, because we don't want to lose something that we'll want to find later on. So weight release, then, just pay attention. Just start off smaller if it's the first time that you're doing it. So there's also, how can I say, the circadian rhythm one, which is people only eat when the sun comes out till the sun goes down. That works for a lot of people. Our ancestors did that because they didn't hunt throughout the day. They only hunted in the morning, and then I'm sure they turned in night the second the sun came down. But intermittent fasting, because you'll be eating more protein and fat, it keeps you satiated for a longer period. So you won't be hungry faster unless your hunger comes from emotions, which that is where you have to learn to tackle. And you need to replace that habit with a new habit. So whenever you feel that way, you have to change your thoughts and do something else, whether maybe go do some yoga or some lifting weights, which I encourage every woman to do, and man, but women, please, heavy weights are really good for you. So just, you have to reprogram your mind to do something else for a little while until your body and your mind adapts to its new way of doing things. Okay, Gabby asks why taking supplements is important, but not everybody is alike. So, which is true. Supplements, the same way like medications, we are not alike. So I know the supplements that I have to take for the reasons that I have to take them. I take vitamin D, obviously, because I am not in the sun for any period of time, especially because I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning, and when I leave the house is dark. And I only get the little bit of daylight that I'm heading back home or to the gym or wherever I'm going. So I need to take vitamin D. I take about 2,000 IUs of that. There was one point that I needed because the doctor does my yearly blood test, and I needed at one point 10,000 IUs, which I took, and then I went down to 5,000, and now I'm at 1,000, but I'm still taking 2,000 because it's cold outside. And I also take magnesium and in the night. And the reason why I take the magnesium is because I have nerve issues in my cervical spine, and that helps me relax. And it's also great for your brain, and it's bone and muscle health. So I feel it doesn't put you to sleep. It's not like a melatonin, but it does help you relax. So it calms my nerves. So yeah, sometimes I have like little episodes of like my spine. I can feel it like jittering a little bit, and that calms it down. So that is why I take that. I also at times take B complex, and the reason why I take B complex is also because of my cervical spine, and I have a few spinal issues. I don't want to call them an illness. I don't want to. They seem to be okay right now because I know how to manage it. So I know. I pay attention to what I'm eating, what I'm drinking. I used to drink 6 cups of coffee. Now I'm down to 1. And like just pay attention to stretches, huge on stretches. The second I feel a little ache or pain, I start making movement. Movement is good. If let's say my shoulder is hurting and I keep it still like this, then your body's going to be used to that position because it feels safe. So eventually it's just going to want to stay there. So whenever I have pain, you need to move it around and just let it, slowly movement will bring healing back. Okay? Because the same way your brain is going to be like, okay, she's just going to move. Let's figure this out. I'm telling you, your subconscious mind, at times it's for you and at times it can be against you. So you need to always be reprogramming your mind. So yeah. So not all 2 bodies are alike. That is correct. We cannot eat the same things. Some of us are lactose intolerant. Others are gluten-free. We all have different things. So we need to pay attention and make our adjustments as needed. That is what this reset is all about. It's almost like a process of elimination. Like, has anyone ever heard of Whole 40? There's 2 books that are really, really good. It's called The Whole 40, and it starts with food. I have those in Kindle. I don't have the actual book. That's why I didn't share with you yesterday. But those were the first books I read when I actually started CrossFit. And they're both very inspirational. The information is really, really good in them. Whole 40 book, I believe her name is Melissa. Can't remember right now. Sorry if I'm wrong. And then the other is It Starts With Food. And I believe that they are both husband and wife, if I am not mistaken. And if I'm saying this wrong, please forgive me. I didn't mean to match you up, but I believe they are. Okay, so yeah, so that's that. Okay, ketosis. How does ketosis get derailed if you skip one night? Does it take a week to get back to ketosis? No, you can get into ketosis right away. Some people use ketones. It's like a supplement. I'm not very familiar with ketones, so I really can't give you that information. I don't use keto supplements. I've heard they're very good. I know some people that actually sell it. Sorry, one second. I think I need to reconnect with Facebook again because it's the best. It's not. One second. I'm holding that thought right there because the question was coming from Facebook. I'm so sorry. One second. because the person that asked the question is on Facebook and I want to make sure that they get their answer. Okay, I'm back here, and to get back into ketosis is really simple. First of all, don't think about it. Second of all, just go back to the routine that you had. And if you were following a good routine and you were staying hydrated and you were eating, you were allowing your body to recover from the meal, then you will eventually get back on ketosis. Don't be so focused on, are you in ketosis, because it could become overwhelming. So just enjoy it. Just don't even think about it. Just think about how you can make your life better, how you can live a healthier life, how you can live a longer life, how you could be more functioning. Oh, I have aches and pains. Let me see what I can do. Let me do some yoga. Let me do some stretching. Focus more on that, because when we start focusing on one thing and we feel, it's almost like we have it in our hands, and the second we feel like it's gone, we become it's like a panic, and that can set us back. Okay? Eventually, you'll get back on track, and if you're doing something good, it's gonna work. There's no way that anyone can tell me that you will be eating clean and right and good, nutritious food, and 100 days from now, you're still gonna be exactly in the same place. There's no way that can happen, So if you're doing 100 days, 100-day goal of just healing your body, believe me, there's going to be change by the time you cross that threshold. There's going to be change. And that's what you need to focus on. Because everybody just keeps sabotaging themselves by saying, well, I already messed up. I'm not losing any weight. So I'm just going to go back to eating Oreo cookies and ice cream because, I didn't pay attention to it then. I don't know. Why would we do that? Why would we step back? It's like being in a bad relationship. You leave a bad relationship, and then because you don't find someone else to be with, don't look for no one else to be with. You go back to your bad relationship. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. If you leave a bad relationship, you want to find your best friend. Okay? So that's how you keep going, So it's the same thing. You leave. I know. I just connected to Facebook. Am I live on Facebook? It's saying I'm live on Facebook. Can someone comment or something? Because for some reason, I don't know if I'm not doing Facebook correctly. I'm so sorry. I never went live. I always pre-recorded whatever I was going to post. But, this is my challenge. My challenge is to be more confident. So I thank you guys because you're all allowing me to do this. I thank you. This is my obstacle, I think everyone is on. I'm sorry, there were questions on Facebook and now I lost them. Mildred, if you're in Facebook, can you, after the one of falling out of ketosis, you are a lie, you wrote. After Claire wrote a question about falling off of ketosis, can you check if there's any more questions after that? Because I lost everything. So yeah, let me see. Okay, I'm going to go into Instagram real quick and see some questions. You are live. Let me see. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, Mildred asks, what's the best between the Mediterranean diet and the keto diet? The Mediterranean diet and the keto diet, the Mediterranean diet is amazing. I always say a lot of people that do keto, they end up when they feel like their body is where they want it to be, because that's when you should, just feel free. When your health is perfect and everything is perfect, I go to my doctor and they do my blood work, and thank God, everything, my cholesterol, high blood pressure, I have nothing. Everything is perfectly fine. My numbers are all really, really good. Okay, really quickly, cholesterol is so important. Our brain needs fat. It's made out of fat. Our heart needs fat. Our arteries need fat. Our joints need fat. you know. So it, like, society has created fat into a monster when we need it to survive, you know. You take fat away from us, like even from what's inside of our body, and we will die. We will die. You take carbs away and we will live. We'll live. So what do you want to do? You want to stay with something that you can live without? You know? You can live without carbs. You're getting it from vegetables. You know, you'll get it from the berries. You get good carbs. You know, eggs have carbs. It's a low carb. Seeds have carbs, but there is low carb. And there are also, some of them are slow release carbs. So that means you're not getting bombarded with these carbs all at once. It's releasing slowly into your system. And your body is actually using all these beautiful nutrients for whatever it needs in your body. And my body and everybody's body is different. I cannot get into my comments from the last live from Facebook. Those people are gonna hate me on Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm really trying. I'm going here real quick. I'm on Instagram. Oh, Elaine, we're here for you. So let me see real quick what else. The Brain Associate, sorry everyone that is on Instagram, I have not missed a day, but I know day 4 and 5 did not. For some reason I tried to save it from the live of Instagram and it didn't save, so I don't know. I have them posted on Facebook and I'm trying to figure out how to take them from Facebook and throw them on Instagram. And it's just a lot of technical stuff. And as you can see, I really suck because I can't even run a live on Facebook. So bear with me. Okay, so commit to the 21 days. If there's something you want to grow on mentally, if it's something you want to start dedicating yourself on, whether it's playing instruments, singing, reading, whatever, and you want to try 100 days to see how far you get, do that. Affirmations. Take care of yourself. Live your best life now because you want to leave an impact in people's lives. You know, we all want to leave an impact in people's lives. You know, be kind. If somebody's bitter and angry, know that maybe that comes, you know, everything is like, there's a root cause to everything. They have a root cause of why they are so angry and bitter. And Facebook is telling me it's going to shut me off again. Oh my God. But yeah, so just be happy. Be happy. I'm so grateful that you all have joined me here. I'm so grateful of the people that have been sharing the video and the comments that are coming in and the pictures. You know, everybody is really, really motivating me. This was not my plan. My plan was just to do my 21 reset alone. I want you to know I did mess up. I gained weight and now I'm on this journey. There's amazing people with amazing information out there. Learn to do your research. Learn to research the medications that doctors are giving you. Read what they're really for, what side effects they are. You know, I'm not saying don't take medications, but learn if you're getting a medication that's for something that you know can be healed and you've been on this medication for a long time, it's time for you to reset and say, you know what? This is the year that I will no longer need this medication. And it's not to stop it cold turkey. It's to change your lifestyle, your eating habits. Start taking care of yourself. There's so many things that play a role with our thinking, like even like crazy stuff, even having a messy house, you know, like your environment. If you're working on a desk, like today I cleaned up my desk. I clean it up before I do these videos because I want my mind to be clear. You know, clean up your environment. And even if you're not happy where you're at, make yourself happy there by being grateful, and saying the opposite. Instead of saying negative words, say positive words. So replace all the negative words with positive words. please, like tomorrow, try some of the things I said to you. Message me if it's working. I have a trillion little habits to do. I'm like the habit queen. Oh, what I wanted to say about habits and scheduling things throughout the day and programming is there is an app. It's called Habits, and that app, sorry, I know I'm gonna get over a little bit. The app is you write in it all the little things that you want to work on. You can read a book, do exercise, breakfast, lunch, quiet time, whatever it is you want, you put it there, and it gives it every day that you complete it, you check it off, you check it off, you check it off your habit list. And it's really cute. It's called Habits. I have an iPhone. I don't know if it's for all phones, but yeah, that's a cute one. I used it for a little while just to get myself back on track. Once I get myself back on track, I no longer use the apps. I only keep them on my phone just because they're handy to have sometimes. Also, I set 1,000,000 alarms, and alarms are amazing. So my alarms go off, and everybody's like, "Oh, there's Jeannie's alarm. There's Jeannie's alarm. There's Jeannie." I have alarms for everything. So when we were here in the pandemic, one of the alarms that I kept myself, because it's hard to lose track of the day when you're in the house. Now I'm back to work, so I'm not in the house all day. So what I did was I set an alarm for every 30, sometimes 45 minutes. And it would ring, and the reason why it would keep ringing every 30 or 45 minutes was because I want to be held accountable for what I was doing. So we distract easily. I didn't want to be wasting time scrolling through Facebook or Instagram. So I would set these alarms, and then I would realize, like, oh my God, I just wasted 30 minutes doing nothing. So I would get up and do something else, and my alarm would ring up. Look back and see, was that productive? Should I do that again? You know, it's like a reset kind of thing. Do it when you're home. 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Say, okay, every 30 minutes I'm going to move. If you're cleaning, I'm going to move into another room and clean there. So you rush through those 30 minutes to get as much done, and then you move to the next room and the next room. You know, it's like little things that we can create that eventually you'll say, oh, I'm done. I'm done with what I had to do. Look, I committed. I did it by little spurts, because everything is little steps. I want to read a book 30 minutes a day, an hour a day. I'm going to read 10 pages a day. You know, commit to stuff, and you start reprogramming your mind and your thinking, and you start transforming. And that's what we're here for, to transform, to reset, to show love to each other and be grateful. So if anyone has anything to say, I'm going to be shutting off. It is now 7:01. I'm sorry I kept you here so late. I hope and I pray that something that I said today will inspire you, and that you will learn from it, and then you can inspire someone else, and they can inspire someone else, and we create a ripple effect, okay? That we can destroy this fear and the panic that is going on, and all the anger and the division that is in the world. It has to start with you. It has to start with me. It has to start with all of us. So let's change our ways, and let's teach it on. Everything that you learn, pass it on to someone else, and pass it on to someone else. And let's heal this earth. We can do it. We can come together. There's just gotta be more of all of us, okay? So I love you guys. Thank you for being here today. Tomorrow I might not be on at 6 o'clock because I will be working tomorrow. So I might hop on for a few minutes between 6 and 7. So just a few minutes just to say hi to everybody and check in. Please pay attention between 6 and 7. I'm going to do my very best, hop on for a few minutes so that I can just make sure that everyone's okay, and you guys can know that I'm okay. And I love you guys. Have a great night. Have a great morning. Remember, start your morning feeling successful, feeling blessed. Bye.